Hi class, we are just getting started on step 19 in Jumpy Monkey, and I will tell you that I'm hoping that we can get these next 7-8 steps done, but there is a lot of information that you need to make sure that you pay attention to as you are constructing your scripts and making sure that everything is working properly. So make sure that, one, you're paying attention, and two, you're listening to your partner. Okay, so on 19, we need to run the game and collect as many or all the bananas, and then we should see our game over sign at this on the front of the stage, and we want to drag that launches counter all the way into the gap of the sign. Scratch will remember its position in future games, so the sign will always be in the right spot, and then since we drag the counter after we've played the game once, it'll remember and it'll always put it there. So go ahead and play the game, get all your bananas, and there, got them all. Okay, so I'm going to drag this in to the middle right here. And now that I've done my game once and I've dragged it into that spot, it will always remember. So I'm going to play it again just to make sure that it remembers. Oops. And notice how we have our large readout is right here, which is just what we wanted. So now what we can do is we can start on step 20. Okay, we are going to add a backdrop. We can click on the stage information area in the bottom left part of our screen, or we can either paint our own scenery and load an image from the library. Just for the sake of time and for the sake of mistakes and everything, I'm just going to try and find a backdrop that I can use so that it works. You could do whatever you want, but remember, the more time you waste, the less time you get to actually play the game. So I'm going to go to my stage. I'm going to find a backdrop here. You can make it realistic, you can make it funny, you can make it serious, whatever you think would be fun to do with your game is fine with me. I would maybe suggest doing a couple, seeing which one you like the best, and then once you've stuck with one, go ahead and save. So go ahead and take a look at everything. Oh, let me see here. Which one would I like? I could do just a simple, I could do one in the snow on mountains. I could do, that one looks kind of funny. I could do, let me see here, I might just do this one. Looks like I'm on top of a tree almost. I could just do a simple blue backdrop. I could do at a baseball game. I'll do at the beach. I'll do that one. That one works for me. Now, I need to, I have too many backdrops here. Don't want these. Okay, so I'm going to be playing at the beach in Malibu. So whatever you've chosen, go ahead and do that. If you're not done with your scenery, that's fine. Go along and go with the steps that I'm doing, and you can always change the scenery later. Okay. Now we're going to add some sound. We've had sound in every single game, so we need to add some sound. Makes it more interesting, and it kind of helps with where you are in the game. So step 21, click the monkey sprite. There's my monkey. And I'm going to load the bong sound, or boing sound, I'm sorry, from the Sounds tab library. So, boing. And I am going to add that where it says when space key is pressed. That's going to go right in between that orange block and the go to launcher block. So right here. So play sound boing. And I'm also going to play a chomp sound like he's eating the monkey, or eating the bananas, underneath where it says, let me see here. I'll add that last one later. I need to add that to something else. So go ahead and play. You should hear a boing sound. Boing, boing, boing. Boing. Okay, my boing works. 22. Click on the banana sprite now. Save. And from here, I'm going to add a chomp sound. And once the monkey touches the banana, it's going to make that chomp sound like he's eating the banana. So, go to my sounds, add chomp. Remember, they go in alphabetical order. And there is where I'm going to play the chomp sound right after it touches the monkey. So, go ahead and play again. Oops. You heard the chomp sound. I'm going to go ahead and stop it. I'm not going to finish it out just because I wanted you to be able to hear what they should sound like and what should be happening. Okay, very, very close to the end. Step 23. To adjust the gravity in our game world, we're going to show a gravity variable on the stage by checking its box in the data section. So, data, gravity. So now we're going to see gravity right here. I'm going to put this down at the bottom because that's where our controls are with our monkey and our launcher. And what we're going to do is that if you right-click the variable, you'll see a slider. And the slider is right here. So if I right-click, notice how it goes away. Right-click again. And now I have a slider. So I can move this however far I want. So if I want to move it to the 50s, and I try, we're going to see what gravity does. He goes straight up. If I move it all the way backwards, he does normal gravity. Okay, so you can use that at that slider option to do the read aloud, to do the option of making it lower, higher. You can have a positive effect on gravity where he'll fall upwards, or you can have the negative effect, which means it's normal and it would fall downwards, which is closest to real life. Okay. Step 24. To set the range of the variable, right-click on the slider, and you'll have a minimum and maximum value. So the lowest it can go, the highest it can go. For this game, we're going to use negative 2.0 and 2.0. We want to make sure that we type 2.0, not just 2, or the slider will only allow us to select whole numbers within the range. So when I select this, my right click was not liking it earlier. Okay, now you should see once you right click, it says set slider min and max. Click on that. And I'm going to type in my minimum is negative 2.0. My max will be 2.0. Okay. And so that lets me, with my mouse, adjust my number for gravity. Okay. Let me see here. So go ahead and click OK. Move this down here, like I said, and play around with the game. If you're really having a hard time, that's when you would want to use that. But if you're doing really well, I'd probably stick it and keep it where it was at. Okay. Getting very close to the finishing project, and we are on step 25. Play around with gravity settings, like I just said. The suggested value, like I said, of negative 0.2 works well, but take a look at what happens when you increase, decrease. If it's positive, the monkey falls upward. If it's negative, the monkey falls normally. Okay. If there's no gravity, he just flies in a straight line. Okay. So let's try it positive. And see how he just flies up? We'll go back to our negative. And he barely gets over, so that's too much gravity. So this was our, it's about right here. Just enough, but not enough there. So negative, there we go. Increase that up. Launcher speed needs to go up a little bit. There we go. Now I can get some bananas. So that works. Okay, let's play around with it, have some fun. But we need to get going on step 26. When you're finished experimenting, right-click on the slider and select Hide to return to the game to normal. Now you know how gravity works. You could try making a version of the game with reverse gravity so the monkey falls upward. Think about the changes you'd need to make in this game for it to work, like moving the launcher to fire downward. Okay, you might have a sick monkey at the end of the game with that. So for right now, like I said, for the sake of time, I want to make sure I can show you a hack. So let's follow the steps, what they said here. We need to make this hide, so we can take gravity off. And we're on the very last page of the book. Okay, hacks and tweaks for Jumpy Monkey. We have plenty of things to do. We could make bouncing bananas. We could have a snake that is as another obstacle, maybe trying to eat him. We have where we could add more bananas, making them bigger or smaller, putting them on different places of the screen. We could have a timer somewhere. We could have what's called a fruit salad, where we can add other fruits, and they can try to help out the monkey too with just the bananas. So go ahead and take a look at them, and I will look over them and see which hack we want to add on here. After looking at the hacks, I think what we're going to do is do the fruit salad hack. And what this will do is that we will make different fruits, different score amounts, so that it is a little bit fun, more fun to make the game, and we could get those extra sprites like oranges or watermelons, and we can add a new score variable so we actually earn some points as we're doing this as well. So we'll just add watermelons for right now. Let's see if there's food on here. No. We'll pick the first fruit that we see. Do the whole fruit platter or salad. There wasn't an apple up here. Let's just do some apples. Okay. So what I'm going to do, first thing is I'm going to drag my banana scripts into my apple. Okay. Now I can change, let's see here, I can make a score for all. And we'll set the score to 0. And we'll wait till it touches the monkey, and we can change the score. For apples, we'll say 2, and we'll add change score by 3 if it touches the banana. So now let's go ahead and try. Okay, so now we have some apples and some bananas. Oops. Now, one thing I would have to change, since we had the one script in here where it said I just had to collect the bananas, I would have to just make that stop somewhere. But you get the gist of it. You can add any of these hacks or tweaks. But other than that, we are done with Jumpy Monkey, and I hope that you had fun doing this game. Go ahead and play with your partner. Choose a hack that both of you would like to do, and you are all finished. Enjoy!